Hello guys, and welcome to the third and the last video from my Hulk vs Superman collection. We've talked about strength, speed, and now it is time to talk a bit about healing factor. According to Wikipedia, the healing factor is the ability of some characters to recover from injuries or disease at a superhuman rate. Since the introduction of Wolverine in 1974 and inspired by the immense popularity of the character, superhuman healing has become a fairly common power featured in comic books, novels, television, film, and other media. Wikipedia lists the comic characters that possess super healing from Marvel, DC, and other comic realities. They also show the Hulk recovering from having his skin and most of his muscle tissue torn away, as an example of what healing factor truly means. On the list of the DC characters who possess healing abilities, we see that Superman is also on the list, but with a comment saying, provided he remains under constant sunlight. I've spoken about that in my Hulk vs Superman strength video and stated that Hulk works as a generator while Superman works as a battery that needs to be charged. Hulk doesn't rely on any external source to boost his powers, unlike Superman, who totally relies on the sunlight to boost his powers, including his strength and healing abilities. Superman abilities have varied throughout the history of the character. Silver Age Superman almost had godly powers that enabled him to accomplish ridiculous feats, such as destroying a solar system with a sneeze. This witnessed a radical change in the 80s when writer and artist John Byrne started writing Superman stories, putting serious limits on his abilities. Superman barely survived a nuclear blast, as we see here in Superman number 9, issued in 1987. The Joker this time decided to target Metropolis, so he sent a Superman robot with a nuclear bomb attached to his chest to steal a rare jewel, when Superman interfered and discovered the nuclear threat. Superman flew with the robot far away from Metropolis into space, where the bomb exploded. 30 minutes later, we find Superman in some desert suffering from the consequences of the explosion, saying it hurts too much, and even struggling to fly to get back to Metropolis. In Superman vs. Doomsday Hunter-Prey storyline, and during the final battle on planet Calaton, Doomsday overpowers Superman and throws him at the planet's power facility, causing a detonation equal to 1,000,000 nuclear blasts, yet both Superman and Doomsday survive. In the DC 52 Superman Wonder Woman number 6, General Zod and Faora were amped by Apollo so they could defeat both Superman and Diana, and imprisoned them inside an old nuclear power plant. Superman and Wonder Woman were both injured, but they managed to escape by triggering an atomic explosion using Diana's sword. Superman was able to shield Diana with his cape, but the nuclear explosion greatly damaged Superman and reduced him to a skeleton. In issue number 7, we see that Diana wasn't much damaged from the explosion thanks to Superman's cape, and we also see that Superman started to recover when he was exposed to sunlight. Superman was able to defend Diana from the ghost soldiers, and he could take her away to Hessia as she asked him to do. Then we see Superman recovering after getting exposed to sunlight during his flight with Wonder Woman to London in order to meet Hessia. In Superman Unchained number 8, Superman was blasted in every direction by a huge alien fleet equipped with red sun lasers. He was reduced into a skeleton, but survived and could fly back to Earth under his own power. In Action Comics Volume 2, Number 2, a young Superman is captured and tortured by Lex Luthor, the army repeatedly using an electric chair on him and also some poisonous gases. Here we can see that Superman doesn't need to be directly exposed to the sunlight in order to recover his powers. In the Injustice Gods Among Us number 8 and number 9, Wonder Woman fights and defeats Superman. She breaks his arm and about to deliver the death blow when Sinestro interferes and saves Superman's life. In this alternate storyline, we can see that Superman doesn't recover a broken arm as quickly as supposed to. The fight continues in issue number 9, and we see Superman struggling to fight Diana with his broken arm. Diana finally overpowers Superman and is about to finish him when Sinestro interferes and saves his day. So overall, Superman does have healing abilities, but the efficiency of his healing greatly varies depending on how much he is exposed to the sunlight. This proves that his Kryptonian body is a living solar battery that entirely feeds on solar energies. Hulk, on the other hand, is known for having one of the greatest healing factors in comics history, along with Deadpool and Wolverine, if not the greatest of all. I've uploaded a video about Hulk healing abilities in which I mentioned almost every single healing feat Hulk has presented throughout his history. I've also spoken about Hulk's healing abilities in Hulk vs. Doomsday healing chapter. I'll leave annotations in the end of this video for those who haven't watched them yet. Hulk's healing abilities, along with his strength, endurance, and durability, increase in proportion with his temper. One of Hulk's greatest healing feats takes place in his battle against the UFO's leader, Victor, in The Incredible Hulk number 398. Victor tears Hulk's skin and most of his muscle tissue, and within a few panels, Hulk grows it all back in an amazing feat of regenerative healing abilities. In World War Hulk storyline, Scorpion, Carmilla Black, was assigned a mission to retrieve the deadly thallium poison from an ultra-secure facility. That was, when combined with her stinger, believed to be enough to take down the Hulk, due to the fact that the poison gets deadlier the more he fights it. Being one of the deadliest toxins in all of nature, thallium was supposed to kill the Hulk, but Hulk's immune system and healing factor resisted and overpowered the deadliest toxin ever. In Hulk the End, written by Peter David, Hulk survives a nuclear holocaust when no one else does. In this story, mutated cockroaches attack the Hulk and eat his body. Bruce Banner watches the reply and tracks the amount of time taken for the Hulk to fully recover, and it takes less than 18 minutes. The Hulk has taken nukes and ground zero detonations unharmed on several occasions, as we see here in this confrontation with Deadpool from Deadpool Annihilation story, when Deadpool tries to force the Hulk to kill him in order to join his beloved Mistress Death. In The Incredible Hulk number 611, where the final confrontation between Hulk and Scar took place, Scar punched the Hulk with the kinetic power of 100 trillion tons of shifting lithosphere. But Hulk recovered instantly and overpowered Scar, stating that he could crush him like an egg, but he is not here to fight. In The Incredible Hulk number 460, the future evil incarnation of the Hulk, known as the Maestro, rebuilt his body after being completely atomized in an incredible feat of healing and regeneration. In The Incredible Hulk number 446, another amazing feat of healing takes place when the Hulk rips off half of his head and heals it back. In the Avengers Ultron Forever number 1, 500 years into the future, Ultron has won and all humanity is enslaved by the Ultron singularity. 7 Avengers are brought through time by Dr. Doom to battle the Machine God for the fate of the universe. In this crossover, evil Black Widow decapitates Hulk's head with Captain America's indestructible shield. But even decapitation was not enough to kill the Hulk, as he overpowers decapitation with Bruce Banner's head emerging from Hulk's chest, defeating the evil Black Widow by throwing the shield back at her and putting Hulk's decapitated head back on his shoulders. Hulk's healing, however, doesn't work against gods and Sky Fathers. In the Incredible Hulk's number 622, Hulk lost to Zeus and couldn't heal or recover from the gods' blows. It was stated that he has been hit by Zeus, so his strength won't return for a long time, and his wounds will only heal fast to keep the vultures fed. Zeus' vultures fed on the Hulk for days until Hercules and the rest of the heroes came to rescue him from his suffering. Hulk also possesses incredible adaptive abilities, as we read here from the Incredible Hulk Volume 2, number 91, in which Hulk fights God's Eye in space, when Nick Fury says that the data we have on Hulk suggests that his mutation will alter his body to adapt even to a zero-atmosphere environment. I'll leave an annotation in the end of this video for those who have not watched this battle yet. In the Incredible Hulk Volume 2, number 77, the Hulk is seen on the ocean floor. He can breathe underwater, thanks to his adaptive powers. His body has developed a gland which created an oxygenated emulsion which fills his lungs and equalizes the pressure. Therefore, he is able to breathe fluid and avoid decompression and nitrogen narcosis. So it is fair to say that Hulk arguably has among the greatest healing and adaptive abilities in comics history. Superman will never be able to rip his head off and heal it back, no matter how much he is exposed to the sunlight. His adaptive abilities will never allow him to develop any gland to allow him to breathe underwater. These feats are way beyond his healing or adaptive abilities. That was all for this video. Hope you enjoyed and learned something from my Hulk vs. Superman collection. Don't forget to subscribe to all my channels. Find links in the description box below. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.